This is Eddie on the Go. And now for something a little different. Earlier this month we drove up to Reno, well, Sparks to be exact, to see Steel Panther at the Grand Sierra Resort. So after checking in at our Airbnb apartment, we went to visit our friend Greg Golden at Bizarre Guitar to do a little interview for our music fans on my YouTube channel. Greg thought the best place to do the interview would be down in the vault. So off we go. Hey everybody, we're here in Sparks, Nevada with the famous Greg Golden of Bizarre Guitar. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Nice to see you too.
We're going to do a little tour of the vault here.
We're the 5th largest Gibson dealer in the United States. So we have Gibson, Fender, we do custom shop and USA stuff. We're a huge dealer for them. Martin, Taylor, Gretsch, Jackson, Charvel, Epiphone. There's others. There's other brands we sell too, but we stock a lot of guitars. We've got over 4,000 different instruments, a lot of used. A lot of stuff is like $199 to $599, and then we've got some guitars that are 20 grand, or more.
I understand you've had a lot of famous musicians in here. Care to tell us about some of your
Sure. Over the
clients?
we've had the store for 51 years, so a lot of history. We've had Billy Gibbons, Carlos Santana, Merle Haggard. Carlos Santana has come in here a million times, same as Billy Gibbons. Eddie Van Halen. You can look around and see the photographs and autographs and stuff. There's just been an unbelievable amount of people. Doobie Brothers. God, I have to think back. Just about every band you could think of, there's hundreds. So we've been honored with that.
What is your most expensive piece you have in the store?
The most valuable guitar I have in the store is my 1958 Gibson Flying V. There was 81 of those made in 1958. It's a Carina wood, and it's completely original. That's the rarest guitar that I own. So this is a 1964, late 64, which has still has a small decal, so it's 64, but pearled up, so it's probably November of 64. Candy apple red, 100% stock. I've only owned one of these, and I'll tell you what it is, and it's because most necks on Fenders are a C neck, which is the average size neck. D neck is the next wider neck, which is the ones I like, and then there's a U neck that's huge. That's a huge neck. And then there's a B neck that's smaller than the C neck, which is kind of unusual. This is the only one I've ever seen before. This is an A neck. Look at the width at the nut on that. I don't know. I'm not sure how to exactly, haven't measured it, but it's so tiny. This was mostly for export to Japan.
That would explain it.
Yeah, guys with smaller hands.
Yeah.
It's just very comfortable for them and very uncomfortable for guys like me with hands like mine. It's just hard to play, but very cool nonetheless.
Tell us about that custom shop program that you're in with Gibson.
Okay, we're into what they call made to measure, and you have to be kind of a top 10 dealer, and we design guitars and based on my specs that we send in, like what colors we want, what kind of pickups. We want them aged or we don't want them aged, and so they'll make those. Sometimes they take a long time to get. We pick out the woods. So when we go to sell a Gibson guitar, I like to sell one-offs, so to speak, or might do a couple of them, and we're selling it at a discount, which we always sell at a discount. But we give a guy something that no one else has got, so it's a rare guitar already to begin with. And that's been my kind of theory. Like if you look around all the stuff that we've got that's here, that's actual vintage, that's worth a ton, it's because there wasn't very many of them made. So we don't, make hundreds of anything. We make, half a dozen of this or half a dozen of that. We did do an anniversary guitar, gold top, commemorating our 51 years in business, and we did 51 Les Paul standards that are just amazing. They're all gold. They have titanium saddles and pickups that are made to my specs that are basically modeled after my own gold top. But we do a lot with Gibson. We actually do a lot of stuff with Fender Custom Shop as well. So when you buy a guitar from us, it's not usually the run of the mill. It is on the lower end stuff. It's just like everybody else sells American Strats and Mexican Teles and so forth. But we try to concentrate on the high end stuff. Is where we specialize in. And there's not many Gibson guitars that we don't have. Unusual Explorers and V's and Les Pauls and Juniors and so forth, and different colors and different kind of configurations of pickups.
Yeah, I noticed you have a thing for gold tops.
I think I do have a thing for gold tops. I bought a gold top brand new in 1969. Prior to that, I actually had a Fender Strat, but I didn't like the Strat. I have really large hands. The Gold Top 54 has a really wide neck, and I played the same guitar since 1970, and I routed it out from P90s to put on really hot humbuckings, which are PAF, out of a 59 Burst that had a broken neck. And that's the guitar that's my number one. My number two is a 1959 real Sunburst Les Paul. And my number three is a triple pickup Les Paul 1960 Black Custom with Bigsby.
What would you say is your most unusual piece that you have in the store?
You know, unusual piece?
Yeah, like a rarity or just something that's really totally off the
That
wall.
58V, there's just so few of those around, it's unbelievable. But
The one behind you there?
The one that's right here.
Yeah.
You know, I have a triple pickup custom that's a 61 that's super rare, and it's a rare color. It's mint. I have, believe it or not, I have the box and everything for this.
Oh, that's
I
beautiful.
bought that when I was on the road with Floyd Rose. Actually, I got done in the tremolo. Actually, the rarest, one of the weirdest guitars of all. Has everybody heard of a Floyd Rose?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I toured and played with Floyd, and Floyd made the very first one for me based on this as a prototype. So there's a story on this if you look on our page on Bizarre Guitars.
On that
Facebook
orange
page.
Gretsch?
No, on that Gold Top Les Paul.
Oh.
With a locking bridge and the locking nut, and that was made in March 10th of 1976, and I recorded an album with Floyd using that.
Oh, wow.
And so that's the very first prototype. Floyd has the second prototype, and then he went into mass production within a year after that.
Okay, cool. Where are your some of those that you've been showing in your videos? And I'll put a link to that in the description.
They're
in the
we
other
keep
part
them
of
in
the store?
boxes.
Oh, okay,
and the reason why
okay.
we keep those in boxes is because that way we have my best guy set them up. I'll demo them, put them back in the box, and we put those are online. If somebody wanted to buy one in store, which we sold a real high-end piece today, but it's in the box. It's not bumped and knocked over. It's like in the box with the packing and ready to go. So this is an unusual piece. This is a 1954 Gretsch Roundup. Has G brand cowboy cactus inlays. That's the steer and the headstock, and unbelievably so has leather-bound sides. And this is sort of a work of art. They made very few of these. And the beauty about this is, I was lucky enough to buy from the original owner, and he had the original amplifier, which has the leather around the sides, and then the original strap that has a jewels, little jewel things in the strap, which is very unusual, and the original tweed case from 1954. I have the paperwork in the case too.
Oh, cool.
So this is a 1965 Gibson L5 with a Florentine cutaway and thick body. Very rare, extremely rare pickup. I think there's 32 of those made that year, if I remember correctly looking it up. And I have the mate to it here in a little bit darker Sunburst single cutaway thick body. I've had these guitars for years, and I got them from the same guy. And those are just unbelievably, they're the ultimate for jazz guitar. And then below that, I have a Gibson ES 295, which is kind of looks like a gold top kind of with a cutaway. I've only had two of those in my whole life, and I mean, it's amazing how many guitars I've owned. Flowered pickguard, P90s, gold parts, and all gold finish front, sides, and back with a flowered pickguard, and it's totally stock. I have the original case with it too. So I have a very, very rare Strat. This is a 1954 Strat, very early neck date and body date, and it's serial number 6.
Wow.
And it's Sunburst, it's right here. Super clean, all original, rare piece to say the least. This is the oldest Strat I've ever owned. The neck date on it is in March of 54. The body date is April of 54. I've had 11 54 Strats in my career, but this is the oldest one, and the only one I have left is 54. I have a couple of 55s over there, but these aren't for sale or anything, but super cool.
Tell us in a nutshell a little history about your store. How long has it been in business and all that?
I opened up in 74 after coming off the road playing music, and was in a smaller location until 77 and built this building 77, moved in here in 78. And so we've been in business, official business, 51 years. In this location, 47 years.
It's crazy because I see people on your videos and they'll like think you're fudging the number, because how can you possibly have had the business that long?
Yeah, I mean, I started when I was, so I was born in 52, so I started in 74, so I was 21, hadn't turned 22 yet.
Wow.
So I came off the road. I started when I was 17, And I got enough of that for 3 years or 4 years of playing full time in big bands and stuff. And I still play. My band still plays all over the place. And we've got everything. It's not loud down here. We don't play loud at all. I'm on one on my amp, bro. One. Don't use any effects except for an Echoplex. That's it. And this is it.
Oh, you got the plexiglass and everything for the drums.
Yep.
That's cool. Thanks a lot, Greg.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it very much.
Greg invited us to come hang out sometime when the Greg Golden Band rehearses. I plan on taking him up on the offer next time we're in town.
Make some noise for Mr. Joe Retta. Mr. Joe Retta. We're going to give him his own mic because I have syphilis of the mouth and I don't want him to catch it.
Joe has been singing for over 75 years and he's been working on this in his bedroom by himself. He's never sang in front of an audience before. And he's never, I don't even know if he can sing. He
said he could.
He paid us $50 to do this. And he said he really wanted to sing Dio. He's never sang live before. So let's just give him a fucking shot.
Let me check his mic, Satchel. Check your mic.
Trying to make me look good because
He owes me lots of money.
listen, just do the best you can. If he
I
sucks,
could use a little wedge.
just
Sure.
clap anyway, even if he
First
sucks.
Thank you, man. Thanks, you guys.
Can you hear the guitar?
I remember you guys from a long time ago.
Yes, you
It
do.
is so great to be with you on this stage. What Dio song you want to do?
I only know one.
I'd like to thank Greg and his staff for accommodating us and showing us around. If you're a musician and are planning to be in the Reno area and looking for a fine guitar, visit Bizarre Guitar and tell them Eddie on the Go sent you. Until next time, Eddie on the Go, out.